Department, we have Chopper 13 over a crash near Rancho and Decatur. It looks like we are down to just one lane here as crews are working here. These are the northbound lanes on Rancho that are blocked, so you'll want to avoid this area. It looks like fire crews are on scene, and this may involve a truck here as Chopper 13 is zooming in here to show us exactly what's happening in the middle of that intersection, so worth avoiding if this is part of your commute. Also, remember that there is a crash on the westbound Tropicana near the 15, right in that intersection as well, if you're hoping to hop on the southbound 15. And it looks like that crash is now cleared. So good news there as that morning commute starts to pick up just a little bit. We're looking at the resort corridor drive times right around 60 miles per hour if you're headed south, closer to 70 if you're headed north.
Thanks, Kelsey. Time now is 6:19 a.m.
Thank you. We wanted to update you on an incident near Boulder Highway and Lamb. Chopper 13 fast and first over the scene for you. It looks like traffic in the area is moving along just fine, especially around Boulder Highway. This incident actually happening in the parking lot of a motel or a hotel. Our photographer Jason Harvey up in Chopper 13 telling us this incident may actually be related to a carjacking. An ambulance is on scene, but that won't be affecting your traffic conditions in that region. But we do have a mess right now on Cheyenne in the 15, that off ramp that we told you about involving a semi-truck and a car. Take a look right now at what you're dealing with if you're trying to get off the northbound freeway, the 15, onto Cheyenne. It's a mess right there. They're dealing with trying to reroute traffic in that region. So take some extra time if you're hoping to get around Cheyenne or maybe use a different exit there. Here's another perspective of that crash showing that semi-truck and the car there. NHP working to clear that crash. Resort corridor drive times now down to right around 55 miles per hour headed south on the 15. Kelsey, thank you. Your traffic, we want to update you on a crash that's in the northwest part of the valley. If this is part of your commute, you want to take note. It's causing a bit of a slowdown in some areas near North Jones and Craig. This is East Ivory Street, and it's down to one lane. Chopper 13 on scene right now. It's giving us perspective of it looks like this white car crashed into the back wall of this backyard here and also crashed into a light pole. Las Vegas Fire Department and police both on scene. They're working to clear that crash. We're also looking at live drive with a different perspective of that region. Right now, no cars pushing through there, so that's good news as people are headed out the door. A quick look at the 15 north. Looks like things are moving clear there.
Thanks, Kelsey. Well, right now
we've learned some new information in the last couple of minutes about the crash near Harmon and Sand Hill. It's on westbound Harmon, east of Sand Hill. Now the westbound lanes of Harmon from Annie Oakley are actually shut down right now. We have Chopper 13 over the scene to show us it's involving two vehicles, and we have Metro Police on scene trying to deal with clearing that crash, but you can see multiple lanes of that are blocked, and we are hearing of possible injuries reported to this serious crash involved. So you'll want to avoid this area if at all possible. Thankfully, not a lot of cars moving through that area right now. Here's a look at the Spaghetti Bowl this morning as more cars starting to hit the road. We are seeing some normal morning commute slowdowns. Here's a look at those drive times right now. We're looking at top speeds right around 65 miles per hour if you're headed north on the 15. Headed north on the 95, though, that slowed down to less than 50 miles per hour. And headed south, things are looking pretty good. Just over 60 miles per hour headed south on the 95. Kelsey, structure fire to tell you about. This one is going to be off Tropicana near Nellis. It looks to be a Napa Auto Parts. This is a look at Chopper 13 fast and first over the scene. We don't see any active flames. We just saw some smoke in the area. You can see emergency crews here. And if we could get a quick zoom in shot to show what Tropicana looks like, we will see some of those fire trucks blocking the eastbound lanes of Tropicana. Otherwise, we don't see any major delays there. Just something to take note of and use caution as you drive through the area because you're going to see lots of emergency crews. Meanwhile, we have live drive at the bus yard off Arville. We're going to see plenty of those school buses on the roadway. We're back in school after a long winter break. 3 days in now, but just a reminder to use caution and look out for those kids at those bus stops. All right, take a look at those drive times through the resort corridor. Things still looking pretty good. Just under 60 miles per hour headed south and close to 70 headed north on the 15.
I'm Ross DiMattei.
And I'm Kalina Estrinos. And we want to start off with a road closure that may impact your morning commute. So right now, parts of Las Vegas Boulevard are shut down after a fatal 3-car crash. This is a live look right now where you can see the activity on scene there. One driver died, another taken to the hospital.
Now, we're still waiting to learn more about what originally caused this crash, but we do want to send things over right now to Kelsey McFarland, who's tracking how you can get around this on your morning commute. Kelsey?
Yeah, guys, police were initially planning on trying to reopen that road by 6 o'clock, but you saw by that live picture, 3 cars still there. The investigation still ongoing, so you can expect to see that closure continue for a good portion of the morning. So I wanted to show you exactly where that is. It's going to be Las Vegas Boulevard, both directions between Warm Springs and Moberly. That's just before Windmill Lane. So to get around that, you can instead take Bermuda. That's going to be the major road there, and then also Gillespie Street that pushes through that neighborhood.